Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Weather Desk. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson, based in Norfolk, Virginia. We have a lot to talk about, including that cold front you see that is stalled between North Virginia and Hampton Roads. But good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson. This is our daily weather desk, but we're going to give you a little bit of a switch up today. We are choosing a different location for this stream as we are doing a little bit of maintenance across parts of our studio in terms of our audio. So it's me and you today here from our 13 News Now Weather Impact Team Weather Center. So thank you so much for joining me today. Because today we have limited availability when it comes to actual audio, we'll just be talking about local weather here in Hampton Roads and northeastern North Carolina. And thankfully today, at least, is going to be a very, very calm day for us here across Hampton Roads and northeastern North Carolina. We are talking just a front that will start to really impact us more as we get into really the next couple of days, mainly Thursday and Friday, where you'll start to see some of that cooler air seeping in the cloud cover starting to take over. So I'm going to walk you through your forecast and also talk more about the severe weather that is going to impact the middle of the country, the deep south, and eventually us here on the East Coast between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a strong low pressure system and a strong cold front that will sweep across the eastern half of the U.S. So let's get started with what's going on today. Today we're talking this cold front. This cold front is bringing just a few clouds just to the north of our area, mainly as you get into Washington, D.C., up into Jersey, parts of northern Delaware, Philadelphia, and through New York. Now, this front, as you see, is basically stalled right over Washington, D.C. What that means is that we are going to see a pretty sunny day and temperatures will not fall as much as we forecast around the peninsulas because that cooler air is trapped to the north of that front. So satellite and radar for us right now across Hampton Roads in northeastern North Carolina is actually really nice. It's beautiful. Right now we are talking a lot of sunshine. I'll give you a live look at what we're seeing outside for right now, and it's going to show that we are really seeing just a majority of the area seeing a good amount of sunshine here across the 7 cities and northeastern North Carolina. As you see, clear skies prevail anywhere south of that front through North Carolina, all the way through South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Now, over the next basically day or so, we're going to continue with that really good amount of sunshine. Temperatures by lunchtime will rise to the upper 50s to middle 60s. Notice, though, temperatures will have a fairly big spread. We'll have an onshore wind flow or that kind of northeast flow that will pull a little bit of cooler air off of the waters. So places like the eastern shore will only be in the lower to middle 50s today. If you're around parts of the eastern south side, you may be only in the upper 50s, lower 60s. But look how much the temperatures rise as you head inland. We're seeing temperatures near the I-95 corridor stretching from Emporia all the way up through Richmond in the upper 60s to middle 70s, like a perfect spring day, sunny conditions for us across the area. We'll continue with those mild temperatures even through tonight. Talking partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. Temperatures tonight will drop off into the upper 40s and upper 50s. We'll continue with a few clouds rolling through, but it's really going to be tomorrow where we pick up that cloud cover. So today is also the start of the MEAC tournament here in Hampton Roads. If you don't know what the MEAC tournament is, it is a tournament for some of the HBCUs for basketball season. And the tournament is actually down the street from our station here in downtown Norfolk. And so I know a lot of people will be outside. If you're just one of those people who wants to go outside, maybe enjoy some of the really nice spring weather, go for a walk, exercise, or just sit out and read a book on the bench, what you need to know is that our pollen counts are definitely going up. Trees, the main pollinators will be juniper, maple, and ash, and now they are in the high range, especially when we get to some of those drier conditions like we'll see today. We usually do start to see our pollen counts really starting to go up. And with that pollen count being high, we just definitely need to make sure that those who are allergic to these, especially specific trees, juniper, maple, and ash, are either wearing a mask or they're taking their allergy medicine. Grass and weeds will not be in the picture for today, but mold spores will still be low to possibly medium range. And so if you're particularly sensitive to molds, you're also going to want to have to take that allergy medicine or wear that mask outside. Now remember this pesky front that I showed you earlier. I'm going to re-show it to you again, the one that is now stalling just north of our viewing area. That's actually going to start to move again as we get into tomorrow, and that will bring increased cloud cover but also cooler temperatures. So tomorrow we're going to start off in the upper 40s and then we'll steadily climb, but not by much, to the middle to upper 50s tomorrow. We could have some low 60s in low to middle 60s inland, but widespread cloud cover prevents a lot of that sunlight from reaching the ground and warming up the earth. That's why typically on cloudier days, we don't really see that big of a temperature swing between the morning and the afternoon. But when you have clear skies during the nighttime and then clear skies during the daytime, the clear skies overnight allow for the Earth's radiation to release into the atmosphere, cooling off the Earth's surface. That's why temperatures will drop so far when we have clear night skies. But then during the afternoon, when you don't have any clouds shielding you from the sun's rays, all that solar radiation starts to make it to the ground and warms up the Earth so much more quickly. And so that's why sometimes you'll have anywhere from a 30 to possibly 40 degree temperature spread between the morning temperatures and the afternoon temperatures on a clear day, but not so much on a cloudy day. So Thursday tomorrow will not be the warmest day, but it will be on par for where we should be this time of year. We should be somewhere in the upper 50s. So we're going to be right near normal, if not slightly below that really typical mid-March day. Now getting into the next day, Friday will be even cooler or near the same with a drizzle possible. We'll have a lot of cloud cover in the picture once again for Friday, and then we'll continue to see temperatures rising back up into the middle 70s, and that's going to be ahead of our next very strong cold front. This cold front could even push temperatures on Sunday near 80 degrees. Now, with the timing of what we're seeing right now with the upcoming cold front, it looks like the majority of the day, at least the first half of your Sunday, should be fairly dry. And then we'll start to get some showers and thunderstorms during the evening time through the overnight into Monday morning. Now remember, Monday is St. Patrick's Day, so I know there may be some events going on Monday morning, so keep that in mind. But you can tell it's a cold front because look how much temperatures drop between Sunday afternoon and then Monday afternoon. About 15 degrees, if not 20 degrees, between Sunday and Monday. But temperatures, again, still near or above average next week. Even after that cold blast, we're still going to be in those middle to upper 60s. So let's walk you through the two global models to show you this front as it progresses towards the east later on this week. So this is Wednesday, staying dry today, staying dry tomorrow. We could have a little bit of drizzle on Friday. And then on Saturday, that's where we introduce a couple of isolated showers, but cloud cover really starts to take over. Here comes that front Sunday into Monday. So on Sunday afternoon, still dry here in Hampton Roads according to the American model. We could see, again, a few isolated showers to our west, but mainly dry. It's going to be around, for the American model, around 6 to 7 p.m. when those storms start to get going here in Hampton Roads. Right now, we're expecting widespread showers, but we could have a few thunderstorms mixed in that have the possibility of becoming severe, and I'll show you that outlook in just a couple minutes. But this is Sunday night around 11 p.m. to midnight. As you see, very heavy rainfall around the coast for us, anywhere from the eastern shore through Virginia Beach and Norfolk, all the way down through the Currituck Sound, Elizabeth City, and the Albemarle Sound. The rain starts to pull out by Monday morning for that work commute, maybe a few isolated showers left over by that time for the Outer Banks, but the bulk of the rain will be out to sea, giving us a pretty clear day as we get into Monday evening. Now, the European model has us seeing that rain starting mainly around, sorry, a little too fast. There you go. Mainly around 4 p.m. for our western areas, moving through again late on Sunday. And then the heaviest rainfall, according to the European model, would come through not at midnight or 11 p.m. like the American model said, but more around the commute to work on Monday, around 7 a.m. Monday. We would still see some heavy downpours through the afternoon, but then we'll clear out by Monday evening and Monday night, leaving us with some drier but cooler conditions. So we still have a few days to really nail down this timing for this system. But again, we are looking at this severe thunderstorm outlook for us, and across the area on Sunday, we are looking at a chance for some scattered severe thunderstorms. Usually when you're put into a risk for severe thunderstorms outside of the 1, 2, and 3 day outlooks, they'll put you in either a 15% severe thunderstorm risk or 30, and usually the 15% risk translates to a level 2 risk on day 3, and then that 30% risk usually translates to a level 3 risk on the day 3 outlook. So likely by Friday, we'll be put into a slight risk or a level 2 risk for scattered severe thunderstorms for Sunday. Now again, timing remains uncertain, and timing is always super important when it comes to these types of forecasts, because if you're getting those storms during the hottest parts of the day, usually around 3 to 4 p.m., then those storms have the opportunity to really tap into those really high temperatures and gives those storms energy to be a little bit stronger. With the trend of us getting those storms maybe around sunset or after, that would take away at least some of the heat that we got throughout the afternoon, where temperatures, again, could be reaching near 80 degrees. And so overnight storms are a little bit less likely to be as strong as those afternoon storms, because as you progress through the night, obviously temperatures get cooler, you lose that energy. So again, timing is important, and then again, the energy or instability still remains uncertain. But again, we still have about 5 days until that, but I would anticipate a weather impact alert to be declared for Sunday. So keep that in mind for any Sunday plans, or even into early Monday morning if you have some St. Patrick's Day plans. But the severe weather outlook for day 3, of course, that's for Friday, so it has already been posted. And it shows a bullseye anywhere from just south of Chicago through St. Louis and through Memphis. So the Midwest through the Mid-South is that bullseye for the strongest storms, as that same cold front that's heading our direction for the East Coast on Sunday impacts them at the end of the work week. So a level 3 risk is an enhanced risk for severe weather, meaning that numerous severe thunderstorms are likely, and then the storms are not going to be your short-lived ones. They're going to be a little stronger, a little bit longer lived, and a few of them could be intense. We are expecting a few tornadoes out of this, obviously wind damage being something that we're keeping an eye out for, and especially in this part of the country, and then a little bit further to the west, like the Tornado Alley, larger hail is more likely compared to our typical run-of-the-mill small hail here in parts of the East Coast. But this is one of the best days to talk about this, because we are in the midst of Virginia Severe Weather Awareness Week, and today's specific topic is about severe thunderstorms. And so I'll go through the level 1 through 5 risk, and then also show you how we determine what is a severe storm and what is not a severe storm. So the SPC, as you see at the top of that screen, that stands for Storm Prediction Center. And the Storm Prediction Center is based out of Norman, Oklahoma. And they are in control of putting these outlooks out that shows where thunderstorms are, whether they'll be just regular run-of-the-mill thunderstorms or severe. And they'll put this into a risk based on how likely it is to see either damaging wind gusts, large hail, or tornadoes. So for this risk that we're talking about here in parts of the Mid-South, again, a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe storms. And with this, what they're talking about on Friday for these severe storms are the possibility of some, basically a line of severe thunderstorms is likely to develop near Arkansas and then progress to the east. And then it will basically support some possible supercells that could produce some stronger tornadoes and then significant wind gusts, especially across parts of the Mid-South. So we're looking for wind gusts, strong tornadoes, and then of course some hail mixed in there as well, if the conditions are right. But again, that threat progresses to the east each day. So Saturday will be for parts of the Deep South. Sunday will be parts of the East Coast. Now, again, today's topic for Severe Weather Awareness Week is severe thunderstorms. So let's go over how we even determine what is a severe storm. There are a couple of criteria. Now, a severe storm only has to meet one of these to get that indication of a severe. So the base criteria, you either need to have 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts or higher, or hail that is quarter size, so it's about an inch in diameter. You can have either or. So a storm could have winds less than 58, but if it has quarter size hail or higher or bigger, then you would have a severe thunderstorm. Opposite thing. You could have wind gusts up to 58 miles per hour. Usually they put it right at 60 miles per hour for a severe thunderstorm warning, but you may not see any hail, or the hail may be small, like pea-sized. That would still be a severe thunderstorm warning. It is common for us to see both of these criteria met for just the base of a severe thunderstorm warning. It's definitely not uncommon. I saw it a lot in Oklahoma, where we got hail a lot. Hail is very common in the southern plains, but also you do have those gustier winds. So it's not uncommon to have both, but you only need to have one. When it comes to the different damage tags, so you have severe thunderstorm warnings, but you can have considerable damage, and that means that wind gusts are at least 70 miles per hour, and or you see golf ball size hail with that severe thunderstorm. But the most intense severe thunderstorm is going to be your destructive tag. Destructive severe thunderstorm that produces winds of 80 plus miles per hour and or baseball sized hail. Now, a lot of destructive storms that I've seen over my career as a student meteorologist and then progressing into a professional and certified meteorologist is that I've seen a lot of these storms with baseball-sized hail back in Oklahoma, and it's actually really incredible to see that big of hail. And I was even telling some of my colleagues earlier that there was a time where I was outside during right before a severe storm rolled through in Norman, Oklahoma, and I escaped just in time because the people who were around the shopping center I was at, their cars were busted in from the very large hail that we had, and I barely escaped that storm. So when you get to these types of severe thunderstorms, destructive ones, I mean, you're talking you're talking pretty major damage. You're talking car damage, blown over small trees. It gets to that point where it's feeling more like those winds, like tornado gusts, because you're in that 80 plus mile per hour range. Now, only destructive severe thunderstorms trigger the wireless emergency alerts or the WEA alerts that pop up on your phone. If you have a regular severe thunderstorm, like the base severe thunderstorm or the considerable tag, you wouldn't get those alerts. It's only with destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. But destructive severe thunderstorm warnings are very rare. The only time we see disrupted severe thunderstorm warnings is when we, only about 10% of the time every year, just about on average. So these are very, very rare warnings, but they do happen. And again, more likely to happen in parts of the heartland of the country compared to places like Hampton Roads. So we are watching for the potential for severe weather across the area on Sunday, but from now through Friday, we remain mainly calm. Temperatures will slowly fall behind that backdoor front I showed you earlier to the upper 50s by Friday, but that strong cold front comes through and starts to really kick up those south winds that transport really warm air. So we'll make it back to at least the middle 70s this weekend, but some models were showing that we could maybe be near 80 degrees on Sunday. And then storms roll through during the second half of the day on Sunday and linger into Monday morning. Monday being St. Patrick's Day, so start thinking about maybe possible contingency plans if you're thinking about doing like a St. Patrick's Day walk or run, or you had any activities outside during the morning time. This cold front will cool us down, but it won't cool us down to abnormal levels. We'll be back into the middle 60s on Sunday and the lower 60s on Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me for this stream from our weather center. Again, I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson, a certified broadcast meteorologist based in Norfolk, Virginia. And we do this live stream every day, Monday through Friday, starting around 9 a.m. But tomorrow you'll have meteorologist Hunter Forrest, and you'll be back in the big studio. And so we can talk about national weather, international weather, and local weather. If you don't have the 13 News Now Plus app, you can download it on your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV today. It's absolutely free, and you can re-watch our forecast in case you missed anything. You can also download the 13 News Now app on your phone. It's also free in the Apple Store and on Google Play. And you can also watch not only the forecast, but you can watch our weather explainers, where we go into depth about things like what are the different types of severe thunderstorms, where is this, why are we seeing so much snow, explainers that kind of break down the phenomena behind or the science behind weather phenomenon across the world. So if you want to download that, you can. We also send alerts straight to your phone when we do have inclement weather or impactful weather. You'll know when we issue a weather impact alert as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, meteorologist Hunter Forrest will be in tomorrow for your weather desk stream. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine while you can, because again on Sunday, we're expecting widespread storms. Have a great Wednesday.